Good morning. Welcome to the Barrel Roll Newscast for October 5th, 2019.
Today we're talking Pokemon.
We've got some new Avengers information about the new game coming out.
Red Dead Redemption news.
PlayStation Now is getting a price drop. We'll let you know what that is.
And Kevin Smith is working on even more movies. Stay tuned.
Close enough.
I don't know what you're talking about. There's
Close enough. There's a wall.
a wall and a TV and everything. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Barrel Roll Newscast.
Very
Hopefully,
professional. It's a very professional
very
show.
professional. Hopefully, we stay on longer today than
5 minutes.
5 minutes. That'd be great.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. We talk about news,
Games,
video
movies,
games,
and
movies.
everything else in between.
Yes.
Welcome. I'm Tony.
I'm Nick.
How's it going?
Good.
Yeah?
I'm
You're furiously writing stuff.
well, so I'm a little behind because again last week we had so many computer issues. So I woke up early this morning to try and combat said computer issues
And then
and
found
ran into other computer issues.
Welcome to computers.
Welcome to having a computer. Yes. So
I'm playing this week's hot new release,
excellent. So
Call of Duty.
God.
Hot new release.
That's for the post-credit show. Tony.
No,
Let's get
it's
to the news.
actively playing it. It's not post if it's active right now.
That's true. Let's get to the news.
So Pokemon
Yes.
did a very unconventional reveal.
They did a very long thing, didn't they?
Yes, they did. So they announced this last week.
Yeah.
Pokemon for promotional stuff for Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
They announced a 24-hour live stream of so that's supposed to, not a spoof, but like a play on the whole, like, we're going to set a camera up in the environment and we're going to watch the nature and the habitat of people. And so,
All right.
And so they set it up in one of the new forests. I can't remember the name of the forest right now. It starts on an S or something like that. And so they're like, yeah, we're going to set this camera up in the forest, and hopefully you'll help us research and find new Pokemon. And it started yesterday morning and ended this morning. And essentially it was like basically a giant, we're going to watch this live stream for 24 hours, and then other people are going to stream this live stream, and they're watching our live stream. And so there's little things like Pikachu popped up.
Sure.
You got Impidimp that came out, which is one of the new Pokemon they announced a couple months back.
Nice.
They had like some Morlols. I think a Shiinotic popped up somewhere around the line. But it was like a giant like wait and see reveal moment. And throughout the entire 24 hours, they were teasing and throwing in a new Pokemon, which is essentially what this entire event was for.
Right, you're
It was a brand new Pokemon.
Yeah.
And the brand new Pokemon is a Galarian form for Ponyta.
I saw that.
And it looks like a unicorn.
It does.
And a pony.
Yes.
My Little Pony has now invaded Pokemon.
How do you feel about that?
I might need to take the shirt off.
Yeah.
But it does look very cool.
It does look cool. I saw a picture
It looks
this
very, very
morning.
cute. Cool. It looks very, very cute.
And again, I think that was my favorite advancement that the company made was the regional forms of stuff.
I was thinking about that a lot lately, and after watching this, I didn't watch the whole stream. I just watched.
You didn't stay up for 24 hours.
God no. God no.
Just
watch
the subreddit for people to take pictures of the 24-hour
essentially
stream.
watching other people. Other people can stream themselves watching it, and that's cool.
Yeah.
I'll just watch them the highlights and clips afterwards.
Right. It's like watching soccer for me. Just watch
I don't want
highlights.
soccer. I don't want watching soccer.
I can't stand watching a whole game of soccer.
Yeah, but soccer is like not 24 hours though.
It's pretty long.
It's not 24 hours.
And nothing happens for a really long time. Like they kind of play a game of catch, and then they play soccer for like 2 seconds, and that's what I watch. So yeah, but same thing. You can watch highlights of it.
Yeah, so I ended up watching just the highlights.
Yep.
And a lot of there's been no official video. Well, other than this, there's no official announcement of this being a new form of Ponyta, or if it's like an evolution,
Right.
or if it's straight up a
new Pokemon.
But it's basically going to be a new Ponyta because people have been analyzing the audio from the live stream, and it's like, oh, it's the Ponyta cry, it's the Rapidash cry, it's
Right, it's this, it's that,
it's
the right face
90
shape.
99.9% sure this is the Galarian form of Ponyta.
Yeah.
And yeah, like everyone's super excited for it. My
cool.
wife is super excited for it, and got me thinking about the whole Galarian form of stuff.
Yeah.
I think now would be a good time to introduce Galarian forms for Kanto Pokemon, like the starter Pokemon, Bulbasaur, Charmander,
Yeah.
Squirtle. This would be a good generation to do that in, just because it'll be like it's that nostalgic feeling, but they're a little bit different, and I think that would be a really cool nod. Like, especially for starter Pokemon, like
change the types up and all that stuff.
We get Farfetch, we got Coffet and Weezing.
Yeah.
We've got this Ponyta.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are kind of suspecting that the typing of this new Ponyta will be a Fairy type because of all the Pokemon that appeared in the 24-hour live stream that photobombed it, other than Pikachu. We did.
Hey, Ace.
We did. Surprise.
It's our face.
So, people are kind of predicting that it's going to be a Fairy type Pokemon.
That makes sense.
Other than the Pikachu that popped up, all the other Pokemon that showed up were Fairy type. So, Melodic, Morlul.
Pokemon, or Pikachu's got a new type.
I'd be okay with that too.
He's no longer electric. He looks exactly the same, but they just changed him.
He's
to
got
a fairy
he's got a
type.
hat.
Yeah.
He's got a hat.
I'm a fairy now.
Fairy bitches. Yeah. So that's the new Pokemon. And I think the most creative way to reveal the new Pokemon, other than just like, this is screenshots, this is
here's the direct thing.
Yeah, it's very different. And I know which falls in line with what they did with Farfetch'd.
Yeah.
With Surfetch'd, they announced it on the website, but it was like an error Pokemon.
Right.
And it was it looked like a glitch. It was totally a real thing.
Yeah.
But they were like, they played it off as like, Rotom got into our computer system. So no, now that we've flushed him out, we've got this information we want to share to you guys. Right. And so I enjoy all the creative ways that they're using to reveal these new forms. And I'm assuming on Monday or maybe even tomorrow we'll get an actual official reveal of this new Pokemon.
With some more info.
Yeah, like typing, if it's going to be exclusive to Shield, because Surfetch'd is exclusive to Sword.
Right.
So I totally expect something to be exclusive to Shield.
Right. Oh God, I'm typing. We're good.
So, yeah, if you tune into, I have things to do.
I was gonna say I
have a job. Borderlands.
I was gonna say I have games to play right now. Other than again, just
jobs are pretty cool.
And again, that's where I appreciate the internet. There's times where the internet worries me because it can be a scary place. But like that's one of those things where like you can come together as a community and like, people will watch portions of it and post the thing, so you don't have to.
Right.
And, like,
someone actually did an entire Google Docs feed.
Sure.
Of like, this is the timestamp when something happened. The bush moved at this point. Timestamp.
Yeah.
If you want to watch the bush move at exactly this timestamp,
this is where
go
you
to
look.
there. This is where the Pikachu photo bombed us.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to go see that Pikachu, go see that.
Well, there's actually this guy, and he's been on the hockey subreddit for ages. And r/hockey, not r/like NHL. That's just a death trap. But like r/hockey is where people actually go to talk.
That just sounds toxic.
It's bad. There's game day threads all the time. So like if the Oilers are playing like they are tonight, you can go on Reddit r/hockey and talk with people who are watching the game.
Yeah.
And I do enjoy that, but there's one guy on there, Bird of Paradise, I think it is.
I recognize that name.
And legitimately what he does is, as soon as there's a goal, a penalty, or anything, he has the replay up within like 5 seconds.
Very cool.
And you're just like, what happened? Like, and for every Oiler game. It's insane. But that's when I love the internet, is because there's a guy out there who's legitimately obviously streaming the game, recording the game, hitting the little button to create the clip, and then post. But it's like, I missed the goal because
I went to the washroom.
I went to the bathroom. The dog barked. Like something happened where I looked away and they scored, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, you don't want to wait for the replay, and someone's gonna.
I can legitimately watch a replay on my phone faster than Sportsnet showing me the replay, and that's where the internet's really, really cool. So something like that with a 24-hour thing, it's like, let's all
get together as a
get
community.
together. And
you know, everyone's getting together to watch this one thing.
Sure.
As soon as it's like, oh, it looks like a horse is being revealed. It's the new Ponyta. Everyone's going to, like, flock to it to be like, where's the next time we're going to see something? Oh, it's just a Pikachu walking across the screen. That's not the Ponyta.
Wham, wham, wham.
But, yeah, kudos onto Pokemon for using. So, I like this.
That's a cool move.
It's a good move. It's a bold power move. Using live stream technology to reveal the next Pokemon.
There you go. Moving on.
New York Comic Con stuff is happening.
Yes, it is. Lots of it.
Lots of it. Nothing like pretty cool. But they threw a new trailer at us for the new Avengers game.
Yes, they did.
By Square Enix and Crystal Dynamics.
Yes.
I'm still super excited for this game. I've always been excited for this game. Ever since I know people are like.
I'm still confused by it.
People are ripping on it because it's like, oh, they're like budget. They look like budget Avengers. I'm like, yeah, that's because you're used to seeing Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans and Mark Ruffalo. Like this is a different take on it, guys.
It is a different take on it, and
like,
that's something you have to understand.
You look at the Spider-Man PS4 game compared to like even Tom Holland. It's like it's a different game.
Difference between like the Tom Holland Spider-Man or like the PS4 Spider-Man game is the PS4 Spider-Man game like boots up and you're like, oh, this looks good. The Avengers just look.
I think it looks good.
Like something's a little bit off, but otherwise, like, I'm excited. I still just don't know how this game's supposed to play.
I think. Welcome to Death Stranding.
Yeah.
Oh. Hi, Graham.
What's up, Graham? Thanks for watching on the YouTubes. That's cool. See, we can talk about. Look, we've connected into this one. Hey, Graham, you should come over.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
I'm excited for. What were we talking about again?
The Marvel Avengers game.
Right.
By Crystal Dynamics. I'm excited for it.
But yeah, like this, it's another situation of like they announced the game, we don't know what it is, but we're excited about it.
Yes.
Welcome to my Death Stranding like experience of like
But at least
what is this game?
Death Stranding at least has like Hideo Kojima behind it.
Yeah.
So you know it's gonna be quirky, it's gonna be weird, it's gonna be doing its thing.
Yeah, Crystal Dynamics has what Tomb Raider under its belt.
Tomb Raider, which they've crushed. Like it's awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But you can't just rely on like it's an Avengers game, because there have been really bad Avengers games.
I think the issue about this behind it was that they announced it and then they went radio silence.
Correct.
And then now that they're talking about it and showing off pictures and videos and gameplay, it's like, oh.
But we're still only getting like weird gameplay without any like contextual cues as to like, oh, can Thor pick up any bus on like this route or only certain buses?
Or like which character do you play as? Like, is it a linear story? Is it a multiplayer thing?
Right, like can I just play as Thor the entire time?
Like you're clearly not going to play as Captain America the entire time.
No, because he's going to disappear at some point. But the new character that you can play as, this is the big reveal,
is Ms. Marvel.
Is Ms. Marvel.
Ms. Marvel. Kamala Khan.
Yes.
And I love the fact that they're going back into the Inhuman stuff.
Yes.
I think this might be their first foray back into the Inhumans. Not including Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
The Inhumans were in...
But they're getting ahead of themselves. Like, they're getting ahead of it. Like, they're calling her an Inhuman.
Yeah, they did that in the...
I know the Ultimate
Alliance game.
I know that, but, like, this... She's, like, front and center. Like, she's...
So is she in this one.
Is she?
Yeah. She's, like, one of the, like, 8th characters you pick up. And, I mean, you pick up a lot of characters right off the bat. But
that's the thing, like...
And then they go to the moon base for the Inhumans. Like, there's an Inhumans level in Marvel, like, Ultimate Alliance 3.
Do they joke about it not existing?
It's a very short level.
I expected it. But yeah, like, I'm excited that they're putting her up in the front because of after her most recent TV show announcement.
Yeah, like, this is big. This is huge.
It's huge for her. It's huge for that community. Just and all around, just a good character.
From what I've seen, we're getting a more adult version of her, it looks like. Like, just from the screenshots I've seen, it does not look like teenage.
She's teenage. She's teenagey. The video has her more of a teenage.
Because, like the comic, she's like 13.
Okay. So she looks like she's around 16, 18.
Yeah. At least that's what she looks like in every comic they draw her in.
It's also age is hard to tell in comics.
Sometimes, but like even
age can be difficult.
Like Peter Parker in the Ultimate Comics was like 15 for 10 years. because they just
welcome to Ash.
he turned 16, I think, and then they killed him. So
Welcome to Ash.
oh my God, Ash is gonna die next season.
What season are they on now for Pokemon? I don't know anymore.
What a twist that would be. Ash dies.
There was a rumor going around that they were not gonna feature him.
I knew they weren't gonna feature him, but like that would be insane if like, you know, something attacked Pikachu and he jumps in front and dies, and it's just like
again.
But this time stays dead.
No more Pokemon tears. No Pokemon tears.
Everybody crying as Pikachu's crying while holding his ketchup bottle.
So yeah, Marvel Avengers game coming out next year.
Yep,
I think there's still a lot more to show.
There has to be.
It's not out until like April or
Yeah.
May or something. So it's there's plenty of time to talk more about this game.
There is.
I think.
That's just the pieces.
And I think they're giving themselves the flex room for that.
Yeah, they just gotta talk about how the game works.
And
Essentially,
I think we're gonna get that at some point in time.
yeah,
We're gonna get that at some point in time.
But we are. It's
Or
just
maybe-
a matter of like, if they don't tell us, like, there's a lot of
It'll be
people
very
who are
confusing.
not going to be buying this game, going like, I will wait to see what everybody else says.
I'm okay with it. I think I might be on board. So.
Like, I'm excited for it. I just need to know, like, again, is it I'm gonna play this person and then that person and then this person and
Is it
then
like
that
an Uncharted
person.
experience where it's like you're gonna play as one character through a guided storyline, and then if for some reason you're gonna play as another character through another storyline?
Like, or yeah, like, is that it? Like, I'm gonna play through Thor's perspective, and then like partway through, I can choose to switch, or I can just keep going with Thor's perspective of the story, and
Or if it's like one single guided experience.
or yeah, if it's like I'm gonna go from Thor, like, because it does look like that with the,
Or it's like
what we've seen. It's like Thor communicates with Tony Stark, and all of a sudden you're now Tony Stark.
Right. It could be a situation where it's like you're gonna play through this level. These are the 3 characters that are available for you.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
Or it's some kind of like Ultimate Alliance style thing.
Yeah.
Who knows?
So who knows? And then Graham brought up here, Games Workshop is getting together with Marvel to make Warhammer comics. So that's kind of kooky because there's a lot of like weird Warhammer lore and all of that kind of like. There's a lot.
So like
of
Warhammer
stuff.
specifically tying in with Marvel?
No, this would be just be a Warhammer, like centric comic. And I mean Marvel does that for all sorts of stuff. They all do that. Like it's not like, and I mean it doesn't necessarily say there won't be a tie-in, but I'm assuming this would just be a Warhammer line of stuff telling Warhammer stories and all of that jazz. So.
Okay. Cool. Moving on. We
Yes.
talked about the Red Dead Redemption, Rockstar launcher
Yes.
a couple weeks back. And in probably the worst kept secret of all time for Rockstar, Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming to the Rockstar game launcher next month.
It's also yes, next month. It's
Next
coming.
month.
Yes.
It's weirdly a timed exclusive.
It's a weird timed exclusive.
I would think they would want to keep it a permanent exclusive. If I'm being Rockstar about this, if I'm thinking about
if you're thinking about your launcher,
if I'm thinking Rockstar, if I'm
Yes.
Rockstar, I don't.
yes.
Yes, and honestly, on top of that, you should have launched the launcher with Red Dead Redemption 2,
Yes.
like available day one.
I think all of it should have or the announcements should have come out all at the same time. So Red Dead's coming out, pre-order on PC through the launcher and because there are some updates. You get free games.
You get a couple. It's basically all the. How
It's
many
all the old Rockstar
yay,
games.
Yay!
But you get a selection of Rockstar games, and then on top of that, you get San Andreas for free already if you've
If you download
the
install
launcher. So essentially, you can get 3 free games plus Red Dead Redemption 2.
Right. No Red Dead Redemption 1 though.
No, because then
Which I'm
they'd have to
surprised.
rebuild that entire game for
That's not hard.
PC.
That's not hard. Let's be honest.
Which, if it worked, that's my big thing. If it worked on an Xbox, it
Yes.
pretty much should be able to run.
That's what
on
I'm saying. That's
a
what I'm
Win-
saying. It shouldn't be too. They put the legwork to make it run better on an Xbox One X.
Yes,
They literally went back and made it work better.
I know. I'm aware.
So like they know how that game works.
Oh,
They don't. They also don't make that many games.
yes.
Let's be honest. But yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming to the PC in the most unglorious fashion. I
Yes,
think.
so you can get it on
It is-
November 5th
And it's not it's exclusive to the Rockstar launcher for the first couple months.
for
right?
the first month.
For the first month. So
Come December, you can get it on Steam and Humble Bundle and
Stadia.
Epic Store and Stadia. come later November, so you can actually get it on Stadia earlier than you can get it on Steam. So it's like this weird, like, we'll launch it for 2 weeks on the Epic Store, then we'll launch it for 2 weeks on Stadia, and once everybody's kind of happy, then we'll release it on Steam.
Red Dead Redemption 2 should have been exclusive to their launcher. If they want their launcher to take off.
Yeah.
Like that's the power move, because Red Dead Redemption 2, everyone's into it. I hear it's a pretty good game.
I've heard.
So and people have been clamoring for RDR on the PC.
And essentially they want it on PC because they can do the Witcher thing where they can make that game look
nuts good.
Exponentially better than it will ever look on anything else, plus mods.
And mods.
Yeah.
Because it's a Rockstar game. Mods are synonymous with any Grand Theft Auto game.
Yeah.
So
plus the online, plus the online. Yeah. So all of that's coming too. So, the online features are all going to be there. All the online updates are
I just feel like there was no fanfare.
No, it's a very like low key, like it's coming to PC.
Oh, by the way, BT Dubs.
Yeah.
You know that game that was really amazing in 2018? Yeah, it's coming to PC.
I think they're going to expect Google to make a bigger deal about this.
The Stadia?
With it coming to Stadia.
Yeah, but
because again, with Stadia, that game is going to look as gorgeous.
It's going to be good as good as it's going to.
It's going to be as good as it can get because again, you're running off of the Google Magic server.
Yes.
As you stream your game.
It's running off the internet.
Yes, it's running off the 4K internet.
Sure.
Yeah. Yes.
Sure. But again, we go back to the whole why is it not exclusive to. If you're gonna make it exclusive to your launcher, make it longer.
If you're gonna make a launcher, make it exclusive for my computer.
Because historically speaking, like Red Dead has never been on the PC, ever.
No.
None of the two have been ever on the PC. So I would make a bigger deal out of this. Because when
you want people to use your launcher.
Because when Grand Theft Auto came out on PC, that was a big deal.
That was huge.
That was very big because people were like into that. Even Grand Theft Auto 3 when that hit the PC.
Well, I'm trying to think because like Grand Theft Auto started, because Grand Theft Auto 1 and 2 were on PC.
PlayStation.
Because I had 1 and 2 on my PC. I never.
It launched on the.
I know.
Start, yeah.
And then 3 was on the PC because that's where I owned it.
And then everyone started modding the crap out of that one.
Yeah, which was fun. Because I even played around with the skins and all that
stuff.
Because you could change, like, I put, like, logos on
the
jacket and all that stuff and, like, all of that
you did the light stuff.
I did light stuff. I was young, man. Plus, that's what I like doing. It was, like,
now,
cosmetic changes.
But now you look at all the mods from, like, San Andreas.
Yeah.
And Grand Theft Auto 4. And Grand Theft Auto 5.
Like, and then they started getting slower with the, like, releases to computers.
Right.
If they came at all. Or they came years later.
So technically, this isn't actually that bad.
This is pretty quick for them.
That's less than a year.
A good turnaround.
It's a good turnaround. But I would move their launcher better.
Yes.
If it was exclusive to the launcher.
Yes.
Now maybe they want to make the original Red Dead exclusive to the launcher.
Maybe.
Like there's still hope for that because I haven't played any of the Red Deads.
Yeah.
So I would like to.
See, and again, that would get, I think, more people in is buy it on our launcher and get one.
Which is what they do, but you don't get one because one's not available.
But that's the thing is like buy it on our launcher, get one for free,
and it's exclusive.
That would be the only way to get it.
Sure. They need to work the
business thinking, people. Business thinking.
They need to work the Red Dead engine a little, like the angle way more.
Considering there's like 4 Western games ever actually released,
and one of them's actually good.
Like, well, Gun was good. I enjoyed Gun. 8 billion years ago.
Yeah, but wasn't Gun like a spiritual successor to Red Dead?
No, there was. Well, Red Dead Revolver.
Red Dead Revolver, right?
Then we got then we got Gun, and then we got Red Dead Redemption, and then like they just kind of kept going. But yeah, like that's one of those things where it's just like,
Guys,
hold on, I have a sound for this. Ready? Not that one.
Oh.
I could get that one. Because, I don't want it to echo. But hold on, I'll play it again so Tony can hear it. Huh?
You get a lot of free time, don't you?
Huh? Well, once my computer was fixed, I needed to do something joyful. But yeah, like it's one of those pieces where it's just make a bigger deal of Red Dead coming to the PC. Make a bigger deal out of it. make it exclusive to your launcher, or
Make
don't
it-
have a launcher.
Yeah.
And then when it's coming out to
'cause
PC, let Steam make a big deal about
I
it.
was just
Let
gonna say,
Google make a big deal
Come
about
December, it's not going to make a difference where I purchase the game.
it. Right.
Because God knows I'm going to buy it next month. Anyways, I've got too many freaking games to play.
Well, and correct. And then the other best part about this that I absolutely love is like everybody's been clamoring that Epic Store's been, buying all these exclusives and all of that stuff. I think Rockstar maybe at this point is trying to be like, we're not gonna like lock ours behind anything. It's open to everybody, and they're hoping like goodwill from the community is like, good for them for not going exclusive.
Yeah.
But no one cares.
But
no one actually cares.
The problem with that is that the games that are available currently on the Rockstar launcher are all Rockstar games.
I know.
So that doesn't make a difference. Like,
but that's the piece. That's the thing. It's not like
the reason why Epic is getting all that flack was because they're pulling in other games from other developers that are not made by them.
And I get that, but like it's
but
still
like Epic should be Epic. Like you.
But then Origin should just be EA, and they're not either.
And I mean, you look at Steam when that first launched. It was basically just
Valve games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like
they all start with one
you
thing
can't
and
play
then
Half-Life.
expand.
You can't play Half-Life 2 on the Epic launcher. I would hate to say it. If you want to play your Half-Life 2,
I've never played Half-Life.
you're not missing out. I keep getting motion sick on it.
I started, and by the time I got into it, there were 8,000 games that did what it did better for like puzzle solving and the like physics-based stuff, like all of that. Like Portal kicks the crud out of any like puzzle Half-Life's gonna give
Half-Life
me.
2 is essentially a giant tech demo.
So, and again, like I wasn't enthralled by the story. People were like,
Aliens.
Story, woo, and I'm like,
Aliens.
I got into it too late, I guess.
I just kept getting motion sick, so I stopped playing. And then I played Counter-Strike, so I was like, oh, this is fine. I don't get motion sick on this.
All right.
So,
Speaking of Red Dead Redemption, I know a place you can play it.
where?
On the PlayStation Now service.
You can play PlayStation Now service with Red Dead Redemption.
Yes.
You can't download it yet.
No, it's a stream.
It's a stream. There are certain games that you can still download on the PlayStation Now.
Yes.
It is sizable. I think there are some PlayStation 4 games that you can download.
There are. You can now. They're going to be releasing God of War on there. They're going to be
Last of Us.
releasing Last of Us. They're going to be releasing Infamous Second Son.
So good.
Like there's a lot of PS4 games that are coming out for the service, and along with that announcement was also the price drop announcement.
Yes, they're dropping it down to $9.99
US.
No, our dollars.
Nope, US.
Oh, was that $9.99 US dollars?
$13.99 Canadian.
Right.
Or
Which
$12.99.
yeah, I don't know.
One of the two. Either way,
So the PlayStation Now price drop.
that is a big price drop.
Yeah.
It's like half price as to what it used to be,
Mhm.
because when you're the only person on the block who's doing streamable game servicing, you can price it at whatever price point you want. When Xbox stepped into the picture,
When Xbox did it, when
with Stadia coming
Stadia.
out,
Yep.
um,
Now with Apple,
and then
I think Apple's gonna do something. Oh no, they have Apple Arcade. Never mind.
it's on the
Apple Arcade's a little
that's-
different. Apple
it's-
Arcade looks fun.
It's okay.
Apple Arcade looks cool.
I like the direction Google went, where they've added apps to it, not just games.
Mhm.
Because it's more of a like, as an adult, I use more apps than games
Mhm.
on my phone, so it's like that is a little bit of a better idea for me for a phone subscription service. Not that I'm signing up for it, because whatever. But
yeah,
when it comes to
PlayStation-
gaming, like Xbox
Yeah.
Game Pass is
for
what,
the longest time.
$7 for us.
For the longest time, yeah, PlayStation and Sony was the pioneer of all the streaming stuff.
Yes.
They
Well, they
bought,
were the only
they,
ones doing it.
They bought a streaming company.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was called now.
Yeah.
It's like Cloud something or whatever. They
Yeah.
bought a company to do streaming games, and it worked.
Yeah, and they were the
Worked.
only ones
Asterisk.
doing it.
Asterisks.
So it worked. You just again, it's
Man, the first year.
of
was
course
bad.
it wouldn't.
First year
Year's
was
gonna
bad.
go bad. But again, they were charging like $24 a month here, I think, for it.
Mhm.
Which is like, I'm like, no, thank you. Like,
No.
that's
And
pretty
the fact-
pricey.
And the fact that you can't download, whereas on Xbox you can download them
Right.
to your console.
See, and I don't mind the streaming part of it because my internet is
I can
jacked.
never tell with my streaming. My internet.
And hopefully the streaming services are built to run on, at least basic internet services. Not basic. I'm not saying,
I mean,
like,
you're still not gonna. I still wouldn't play any fighting or racing games. Anything that requires like precision. I wouldn't like if it was like an RPG or even a shooter would be
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, but that's the thing. So Before I was looking at it, it was like $24 a month or whatever, and I'm going,
I think all of us were having it.
Well, because and then they were like, get it free for so many months or whatever it was. If you sign up now, I think you got a free month. And then Xbox Game Pass came out for the PC, and it was $7 with a $1 buy-in for the first month to try it out. And it's like, sure, $7 is less than I used to rent video games for a week.
It's less than my Netflix subscription.
Right, I'm in. As soon as you pass that, I think Netflix is a good bar for streaming. And as long as you can kick its butt, or at least come close to it, it's at least now it's reasonable. But $24 to play a bunch of old games.
Yeah, old games for that matter.
Was kind of like, oh. And again, Xbox Game Pass.
But now that they're including a lot of more modern PS3, PS4 games to that list.
Well, as soon as God of War is on there, and like Infamous Second Son and all of that.
That game, that game.
I bought it when I got my PlayStation. I still haven't played it because I have a backlog of
Infamous Second Son
8,000 games.
Infamous Second Son stands the test of time. I think that is probably. You look at other PlayStation 4 games that launched at the start of its service, and you look at Infamous Second Son. Truly, I would go back and play it again and say, like, this seems like a game that they made now.
Yeah.
Like, today. Like, I'm surprised that they're not going back and updating the game for the PlayStation 4 Pro.
Yeah.
And putting pro modes into that game.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Like, that's a game that would benefit from some pro upgrades. So, PlayStation Now is a little bit cheaper.
Yes, so... Excuse me, if you were worried about getting it or thinking about getting it, you know...
It's always on my radar. It always has been.
Exactly.
Ever since Red Dead Redemption was put onto the service, I was like, I've never played RDR. Can I finish it within a month and then cancel my trial?
Right. And that was kind of my thought process, was like, if there's a game on there that I really, really want to try, can I beat it in a month? It's the only thing I'm going to be playing for a month, because again, Red Dead was like...
It's a big game.
It's a big game. It was a long game.
Yeah.
And then maybe there's something else on the service that I would pay for, but at $24.99, I was like, there's no chance. I'm not paying that.
And I'd be interested to see how much their new subscribers has gone up or down rather, for them to be like, yeah, you know what, Xbox and Apple Play and Google Stadia, like, we need to reinvestigate this.
Especially with Xbox and Google.
Yeah. Like
stepping into the market, because Xbox, I think, has taken a huge part of that market share with, again, like that Outer Worlds game is coming.
Yeah, not just on PC, but like on Xbox.
On Xbox, day one, if you pay the subscription fee.
Hell, Gears 5.
Right, came out, an $80 game that I'm paying $7 for.
I played it.
Yeah.
It crashed on me, but I played it. I now know that I'm not going to buy it.
Well, and again, my thought process is like, even Game Pass on the PC being what it is, that almost leads you to thinking about buying an Xbox One.
That's
because those games are good and would work on there, and it would cost me $15 a month because you have to bundle it with gold.
Right.
But $15 a month for online play and fresh games.
If I didn't have to.
I don't have to worry about memory, like video cards. I don't have to worry about processing speed.
I don't have to buy games anymore.
Right.
Like the fact that Master Chief Collection is going to be on there, the new Halo is going to be on there. Like,
right.
Those are going to be okay. I'd be hard pressed to think that they would not make those bad. Like even Forza, great freaking game.
Sure, but that's the thing. It's like, in all honesty, like I'm playing games on my PC with Game Pass, going like, this would look better on a console because my PC is older, or parts of it are older, so getting certain games to run at top, they don't run anymore.
Yeah, we're old. We don't want to take the time to upgrade our computers.
I don't want to spend the money, man. Like, video cards are bloody expensive. Thanks.
Just get the old one.
I know.
Just get the old ones.
And that's the piece. It's like, I gotta get a year-old one, and then I gotta put it in, and then I gotta do this, and then I gotta do that, and it's like, or I could go buy a cheap Xbox One X, and
the Xbox One X is not cheap.
Well, but
it's like $600, bro.
No. But like some of the other ones, like there's Xbox ones out there, and they're talking about, like, you know, the next one not having the CD drive and just being a streaming machine, essentially. Like,
that's they've been talking about that for a long time.
I know, but I'd be in for it because now the service is there to back it up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I buy a console for $200 and then give them $15 a month, and I get new games
and a backlog of games,
and a backlog of cool games, like I'm intrigued into buying your console again, Microsoft. You have somehow won me over without ever winning an E3 for like the last 5 years.
Last year's E3 was pretty good.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves is.
I get that, but that
was pretty good.
that's cyberpunk. Like,
Keanu
I can
Reeves.
get that on a lot of things. Like,
Not on the PC. It's gonna melt it.
well, it'll melt my PC, but again, Game Pass. Like, it's one of those things.
I don't think
where
Cyberpunk's gonna be on the Game Pass.
challenge accept. Well, no, because it's.
It's
That's CD Projekt Red. It
CD
might.
If they,
It's
if,
weird.
if Microsoft threw enough money at them, they would do it.
Or Stadia.
Wow.
Google. Although that's not. Well, there's a subscription. Stadia is still a mystery to me, man.
You pay money.
You buy the games, which I get.
No, but you still have to pay the money. If you want the pro service or pro.
It's a pro service, but if you
Pro.
just want to play the game,
Yeah,
you
you
just
still
buy
have to buy
you just
yeah.
buy the games.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be buying the pro service. It's got Destiny 2 on it, which is now free.
I know. What?
Way to be, guys.
What?
Pay us like $12 a month.
Bungie's probably thinking like, yes, we have this plan for Destiny 2,
Yeah.
but you want exclusives Destiny
Yeah, you
2?
can give us money for Destiny 2.
Bungie's probably thinking like, suckers.
Thanks, Google money.
Suckers.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, you can advertise as Destiny 2. Yeah.
Unless your Destiny 2 comes with all the DLC and all of that jazz, and you don't have to pay extra for it on Stadia.
I bet you do.
I don't know.
I bet you do.
I don't know. But either way, yeah, I wouldn't be paying for the pro service on Stadia at this point.
I don't know. I don't see any benefits.
No, I don't see any benefits to the pro service.
Well, especially like for individuals who want to do actual 4K gaming, it's like we don't have that technology here in some places.
I do.
I guess some places, and like some people don't have that. Some people
No.
only get like regular
And again,
high-speed internet.
4K is not necessarily like the end all be all to it.
No, but like if you're gonna do it,
But again, if you don't own or you want to play a PC game,
you don't own. Say you don't even have like. There's no point getting if you don't have a 4K TV.
well, there is if you don't have a PlayStation or a PC or an Xbox, and you want to play games. Like that part, I understand.
But I wouldn't pay for the upgraded 4K service
Oh,
if I had no.
I'm not
4K.
paying for their extra services.
No, but I'm
Heck
saying
no.
like.
Oh yeah, no. Then it's useless.
Yeah.
But the service itself, like
But if it was the
Google
only
Stadia.
if Google in a bubble, if
Yes.
Google Stadia it was the only console I had, and I had a 4K TV, I had the internet to
Yeah.
support it. Sure, I would do it.
I still wouldn't pay pro.
But like I said, in a bubble. If
Yeah.
I had no other consoles, if I had nothing else,
And this, if I had nothing else, I guess I would
I can see that
maybe do it.
because there's probably we haven't seen the table of what benefits. It's out there, but I just haven't.
Wow, we haven't. I don't know. There's not enough. There's no like. Gotta get beta testing going. We gotta get all of that stuff down. So, either way, last bit of news.
Moving on.
Look, I'm hitting buttons. I'm trying to stay on top of this today because I'm like,
We don't know.
we don't know how long our stream's gonna stay on.
Clerks 3.
Clerks 3.
It's happening.
It is happening.
Kevin Smith has talked about it.
Kevin Smith has. He made an announcement that he was working with.
Was this at New York Comic Con?
No,
Or is this
this is just they're on kind of the circuit right now promoting Jay and Silent Bob Rebooted because, and this is the part that makes me laugh, there is 2 showings of this movie. If the theater supports a specific release company, so for instance in our town it's playing Tuesday the 15th at 7 o'clock at one movie theater, or Friday the 17th.
Oh, Jay and Silent Bob?
Rebooted, yeah.
Really?
Is only playing twice, and the only other way to see it in theaters is to go to that road show that he's going. Like him and Jay are going across
Why?
the country. The money.
Oh.
Like it's just one of those things.
Maybe it costs too much money.
It costs too much money to put your movie into movie theaters. So either way, he's doing the circuit right now to try and promote Jay and Silent Bob Rebooted. So they did one thing the other day that was a Hot Ones interview, but it was called Not Ones.
Okay, so there's a reason why they did that too. There's a further reason behind that one.
Yes.
We're not gonna get into that.
Well, they asked Hot Ones. Hot Ones said no. They weren't a big enough profile, so they did their own show.
But they're clearly it.
Oh,
They clearly know that they're spoofing.
yes.
Whereas MTV.
Oh, MTV's big thing was definitely just stealing the idea. Like, way to be MTV.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Kevin Smith, very much it was, at first we leased for his like instead of it first
Really,
Beast.
really, Sean Evans did not want them on because
I'm not sure if it was completely his or
Kevin Smith was not big enough.
I guess so.
I don't buy
that. That is what like so because
I don't buy that answer.
Because Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes were talking. Kevin Smith says my people called their people, and they didn't want us.
I don't.
So that's why they were doing their own spoof show.
I don't believe that it was a money thing. I believe I believe it was more like maybe a timing thing, maybe.
And it could have been a timing thing, but either way, like
they probably were already full for their current season. That's
and probably, but they didn't want them, so Kevin Smith, graciously did his own Hot Ones thing. But they're doing all this promotion stuff, and on top of that, because there's so many cameos in Jay and Silent Bob Rebooted, the only thing that they're not really touching on is Clerks, because Jeff Anderson, who plays Randall, has kind of cut ties with Kevin Smith because he didn't like the direction Clerks was going. Like, I don't think he was all that happy with Clerks 2. So now Jeff Anderson is back with Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes, and the three of them are kind of working on making Clerks 3. So it's a whole new script. The script that he had for Clerks 3 is gone.
Put it off to the side.
He did do a live reading of it at a theater for a charity event, but that's all anybody's ever going to see of that script. So Clerks 3 is going to be like the final denouement to the Clerks franchise. But of course it will have all of the reoccurring people in it and all of that jazz. So
well, that's probably going to come later in the future, 2021.
And then he's supposed to write it, and then they have to, get the ball rolling on everything.
Find a production company or find someone.
I think they got someone.
Universal.
Thanks to the good folks at ZS Entertainment and Low Multi-Props.
That does not sound like Universal or Fox or
no,
Disney.
And again, he never goes with like the big guys right now, because the last big person he went with was Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
And so he kind of he's staying quite small with his stuff now when it releases.
Apparently like he had a call with Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, like a week before everything blew up for Weinstein.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're about to get Dogma. We could have gotten Dogma.
So
and then
well, and that was essentially what I guess the talk was like Harvey trying to get enough people onto his side, going like, "Hey, I'm thinking Dogma too," knowing that this thing's
or
coming.
It's like we have Dogma.
But this thing's brewing. Like, hey, we could totally make Dogma 2. Wink, wink, nod, nod. Cool. Okay, bye. Click. Hoping that Kevin Smith would come to support it, because Kevin Smith's a pretty cool guy to have in your corner. And Kevin Smith came out and was like, I can't believe that guy was such a jerk.
Yes.
I'll be giving all the proceeds from like these movies to, these women's charities and all of this stuff. Like, went the complete opposite direction from what I'm assuming Weinstein wanted out of him. But I think after all of that, he doesn't want to sit with the big studios.
I get that.
And I'm not sure if they want him either, because his movies are weird.
Yes, he's a niche.
It's very niche. And yet still very, like, culturally relevant to, like, people know who Jay and Silent Bob are.
People have watched Clerks.
Right. Clerks is a big movie. Dogma, if we would ever get to bloody well see it again, was a really good movie, which pissed a lot of people off at the time.
It would probably still piss a lot.
It would piss way more people off. It's amazingly, like,
offensive.
It's one of those movies that I love because it hits all those notes without actually meaning to be offensive. Like, they do such a good job of it where it's like, this is written in scripture. Like, this could happen. Like,
yeah, I
done.
gotta watch that movie again.
I found it.
I know, I have to find it too.
I found it.
Obviously, we can't. Obviously, we won't be able to find it.
Yes,
easily.
we can't. Yeah, there's no legal way to stream the movie.
Legal way to stream it. You're gonna have to buy used DVD.
Yeah, use DVD because I don't. Any Blu-ray that it's on is like not.
I burned it to a Blu-ray.
Yeah. There are like, I don't know how they got the copies of them, but there is like 1080p copies of Dogma out there.
What they did was people went back to analyze the footage, the actual film, and upgraded it like frame by frame, probably.
Because that's what I have on my That's what I have. That's what I found.
People have done that with Star Wars.
Yeah. So I watched it on my HD television, and it looked HD, and I was like, I'm surprised that this looks this good. I am pleased.
Mm-hmm. People probably went through the time and effort to up-res it properly, not just like let the PlayStation handle the up-res.
So my only problem is with Kevin Smith stuff right now is that we get like again 2 showings. I still haven't seen Yoga Hosers. I know as much as Kevin Smith like doesn't watch that, like want people really to see that film because it got critically bashed. I want to see it. It's about 2 convenience store clerks in Canada, written by Kevin Smith with Justin Long.
I was just gonna say, isn't his daughter in there somewhere?
His daughter's one of the main people,
Yeah.
and Johnny Depp's daughter is the other main. Like the 2 of them are like the clerks. Justin Long is a like Canadian dude who's having a party, eh? And I'm like, there are so many good people that I want to see.
Maybe it didn't age well. Maybe it doesn't age well, the comedy in it.
Well, no, it's not an age well thing. It was just like I think he wrote it while he was just massively baked, and so it's still it's a weird movie. But people were like, it's just bad. I still want to bloody well see it. It's Kevin Smith.
Yeah, that's weird.
They can't all be dogma.
Yeah. There's only 2 showings, eh?
Yes. So
That's weird.
Tuesday night and a Friday night.
Is that why you were messaging Chris?
That's why I was telling everybody, because I'm like, I'm buying tickets. Because I'm going on Friday. Because I'm not going on a Tuesday because I'm an adult who,
I know every once in a while I get, because I could have gotten tickets to Joker this week, and but it was like Wednesday at 7. I was like,
then I'm not out of there till like 9:30.
That means I'm gonna be home by like 10:30. I don't want to still play Borderlands.
And then like I gotta wind down, and I can't do that while I'm driving. So by like the time I get to bed, it's 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
I know. I was having that conversation with my dad the other day because again, he's obviously older than I am. And I'm like, how's things? And he goes, oh, good. I'm, curly and this and that and everything else. And he goes, but I don't get home till like 11:30, and then you're just, whoa.
Yep.
And I'm like, I know. Like, this whole not sleeping thing is a pain in the butt.
Soon for you. Soon to be more real.
Soon more for me. Yeah, that's what I need. Although my dog's trying to help with, training everybody in the house. So, to be ready for it. So either way, that's the news.
Thanks for joining us today.
Yes.
Join us in about 5 minutes. We're going to talk about games we've played, movies we've watched, things else in between.
And all the other
Post-credit show.
Yeah, the post-credit show. This will change.
Favorite shoe.
But do we have to feed hamsters and that kind of stuff?
Water the hamsters.
Water the computer to make sure it stays cold or something like that.
Yeah, water cooling. That's what Kool-Aid is for.
Yes, Kool-Aid. Oh yeah.
Don't say it.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
Around.
Either way, thank you very much for watching.
We'll see you guys soon.
Like and subscribe. Check us out on barrelrollnews.com for all the links to all of our social media stuff where you can follow us. And come back in about 5 minutes. Bye.